Is it right to always point out when somebody's wrong? What do you think? That's my question today. This is the 12th in a series of 13 videos where I'm sharing a short clip from a TV show or movie with some message in it for you to contemplate, to think about, some sort of personal development type thing. Today's clip is from the movie Harvey, starring Jimmy Stewart. My name's Stuart Wellborn. Who I am is irrelevant. I'm just a simple guy trying to make his way into the universe, hoping to have done more good than harm when it's time to check out. Usually behind me would be Bill. But he's not, he's out. It's a nice day and he's sitting in the garden. So I'm going to share today's clip from the film Harvey, starring Jimmy Stewart, now.
This sister of yours is at the bottom of a conspiracy against you. She's trying to persuade me to lock you up. Today she had commitment papers drawn up. She has your power of attorney and the key to your safety box. And she brought you here.
My sister did all that in one afternoon. That Vita certainly is a whirlwind, isn't she?
Good heavens, man, haven't you any righteous indignation?
Oh, doctor, you know, years ago, my mother used to say to me, she'd say, in this world, Elwood, you must be, she always called me Elwood. In this world, Elwood, you must be oh so smart or oh so pleasant. Well, for years I was smart. I recommend pleasant. And you may quote me.
So what did you think about Jimmy Stewart's philosophy there? Is it something that you think that you could employ? Not an easy thing, because the ego always wants to be right. Even when it's wrong, it wants to be right. That little section there reminded me a little bit of something that Wayne Dyer, the late Wayne Dyer, said in, I'm not sure if it was a book or one of his programs, but he said, when given the choice, you can be right or you can be kind. And maybe Wayne Dyer had watched Harvey as well, and that's where he got it from. But we do have that choice, don't we? We can be right and make the other person wrong, but when we do that, it makes them feel stupid. And nobody likes to feel stupid, do they? So they're probably going to harbour some resentment towards you. And we see this all the time on social media, don't we? That people having to be right all the time. I used to do it myself many years ago in the early days of the internet, when people would share something that was obviously fake, false, misinformation. Not to the degree that we have it now, where it's kind of political misinformation, but just sharing something as if it was a fact. For example, like there's this picture of wolves with it saying it's the leader at the back, making sure that nobody lags behind. Nice sentiment, but it's not true. Back in the day, I don't know if the website still exists, but when people shared nonsense like that, you could go on Snopes and then share the link and say to people, look, it's not true. I don't tend to do that anymore. There's too much misinformation and lies on the internet now that it would be a full-time job. Plus I've got better things to do. Occasionally I may leave a sarcastic comment along the lines of, it must be true, it's on Facebook, but that's very rare I do that nowadays. It has to be something really stupid. But, when you're with people that are friends or family, it's probably best not to give into ego to be right all the time. Now, people who know me, friends, family and acquaintances, will go, but you're always pointing out things that are wrong. Well, what I say to you is that I only point out probably 10% of the time that I could do. So consider yourself lucky. I have reined it in a little bit. As I say, it's not an easy thing to do because the ego always wants to be right. But, you can be right or you can be kind. You can be smart or you can be pleasant. So that's what I'm going to say on that movie clip for this week. I just want to say one thing, though. If you've never seen the film Harvey before, I highly recommend it. You might not have got it from that clip, but it is a comedy. Excuse me. Jimmy Stewart in the film has a friend who's a puka, and a puka is a Celtic spirit. Now, this Celtic spirit is called Harvey, and he is 6 foot and 3.5 inches tall, and he's a rabbit. And nobody else can see him apart from Jimmy Stewart. And it's not like an imaginary friend. It is a real thing, because you see gates opening and things, and there's a quite funny scene where he takes down a family portrait and puts one up of himself with Harvey. So I highly recommend the film if you've never seen it before. If you like black and white films, it's probably my favourite black and white film. Certainly my favourite film with Jimmy Stewart in it anyway. So that's it for this week. I will be doing at least one more video because next week will be the 13th. I may do some more after that. We'll see. But I hope you come back and see my 13th video next week. So see you next Tuesday.